last day that the post office at 1248 5th Street was opened. It was open for a little bit and then closed down. So this is a sign that somebody posted here. This post office is closed. And they have moved to 1653 7th Street. So if you want to mail something now, you have to go to 1653 7th Street between Colorado and looks like Olympic. That's where your new post office is, people. No more convenient post office. No more beautiful post office right here at the corner of Arizona and 5th Street. This has been lost to our community and the government has closed it down. What do you think for?
Now, to me, having the city have the covenant as opposed to some outside entity, since we can't accept it, is going to simplify life. If you can imagine a negotiation about the adaptive reuse that involves some other nonprofit, the City of Santa Monica, and presumably the Landmarks Commission, it gets a lot more complicated. We have a website which is www.smconservancy.com. Right now, the lead news item on our website is this rally and the protection of the post office. Right now, I think, just as we have to accept the fact that this law is in place that has established the economics of the post office, we need to accept the fact that this post office is moving. And once we have put in place mechanisms to make sure that it is protected as the important representation of our history and the history of the Works Progress Administration, then we can move forward with other aspects that helps.
There's a technical reading of our ordinance and a series of regulations which actually prohibits, we are told, and we are going to discuss this further, landmarking of federally owned property. So we are poised to landmark as soon as feasible. So we want to make sure that we've highlighted all of the character defining features, make sure we don't lose any features on the building or on the site that are original, that define the essence, the history, the community role of this marvelous facility.
Should not go to waste. You know, I come from a family that moved to Santa Monica back in 1929. I still live in the same house that my dad bought from his great aunt who bought it new. And so my grandfather, Philip Tull Hill, was the first postmaster, and this is from Franklin D. Roosevelt, who James Farley, whose name is on the building right there, who was the Postmaster General, signed this along with Franklin Roosevelt to put my Philip T. Hill, my grandfather, into nominating him for this this role as postmaster. And my father, who's no longer with us, was such an advocate for Conservancy in Santa Monica, and I know that I'm doing this for him and for my grandfather, and also because I've come to really, I never want to leave Santa Monica. I love it here, and once buildings like this are gone, they're gone forever. And as we can see, the trend in Santa Monica, all these boxy, new, horrible apartment buildings are going up, which all try and look fancy and beautiful, but in the end of the day, they're not going to look anything as beautiful as these old original buildings that were built with such attention to detail and craftsmanship, and you really notice it when you walk inside the post office. So I don't know really what their plans are, but I think really we need to all stand together and bring as much awareness as possible to keep this a historical site and protected. We don't need to see any more apartment buildings, as many as we can at least slow down here in Santa Monica. It's obviously there's a photograph of when they opened the post office in 1938, and there's my grandfather at the podium giving a little speech about it, and it looks like it was, the whole setup was right there where those green plants are, and that was such an important time too. It was right before the war. It was around 1938, and my grandfather was instrumental in helping sell war bonds and also bringing airmail service to this area. So, you know, it was early days for Santa Monica, but it was this was an instrumental hub for the post office, and it should remain an important building and landmark.
Thank you.
And our primary email address is info@smconservancy. If you want to reach me personally, you can send email to president@smconservancy.